Data set and distribution, quiz 4 review. Which data set could be represented by the box plot shown below? So we start at 41 and we go through 50. So all these are 41 through 50 except for A, so we don't have to worry about A. Next part is the middle should be exactly 44. So the middle should be exactly 44. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're right here in the middle. So we're looking at between 43 and 47. Well, 43 and 47 is actually 90, and half of 90 is 45, so that one is no good. Now right here, I believe it's going to be here in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So between 43 and 45 is 44. And I believe this is the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, these both have a median of 45. So now what we want to do is want to take a look at the first quartile, which is 43. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, that is 43. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is 43. So now it comes down to quartile 3, which one has 48. So let's look to the right. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is at 49 in the middle. It should be 48. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the middle number is 48. So D is our answer. A small accounting firm has 4 accountants who each earn different salaries between 50 and 60,000. For extra help during the tax season, they hire a 5th accountant who earns 10,000. How will the hiring of the 5th accountant affect the median and the mean? Well, what we have here is we have a group of accountants. Let's say that 2 of them make 50 and 2 of them make 60. So we have these 4 accountants making that much. Now all of a sudden they bring in this other one that brings in 10. Well, what happens is we're right here in the middle here with the median. So the median is right here between 50 and 60, which would be 55. But you see when we bring in the 10, it pulls it over to the left, and it does make the median actually get smaller. Now, if we were going to do the mean, we would add up the 50, the 50, the 60, and the 60, add them up and divide by 4, and again, we're probably sitting roughly about 55. But when we add in the 10 and we divide by 5, what's going to happen is that's going to make that number a lot smaller. In fact, the mean generally is affected more than the median. So between the two, yes, the mean and the mean, they will shift to the left, they will become smaller, but the mean will generally be affected more by these smaller numbers than the median itself. So they should both decrease. So both the mean and median decreases, but the median will decrease by more. No, the mean and the median will decrease, but the mean will decrease by more than the median. That should be our answer there. Now if you notice the other choices, they have the word increase. Nothing increases here. Like I said before, the median was right here at roughly 55. Now it's at 50. The mean was probably running around 55, but if we go back and we added 10 plus 50 plus 50 plus 60 plus 60, the 10 is going to take that overall number, and it would be a lot more smaller than the median itself. Okay, a family of bears is going to a movie. The following data represents the ticket and candy in dollars for each bear. So we want to sort the data from actually least to greatest. So we want all the smaller numbers first. So we want to go with the 0. So let me go back and erase this. And let's cut this off. Let's move the tiles now. So 0 is our smallest. Looks like 3, and then it looks like a bunch of 4s here, Now we skipped over a 1, so there's a 1. We skipped over 2, there's a 2, and then the 7 becomes in front. So we have 0, 1 and 1 half, 2 and 1 half. We have 3, we have 4, 4, 4, we have 7 and 7 1 half. So now we want to find the number that's exactly in the middle. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the number that's exactly in the middle is 4. So we have 4 numbers to the left and 4 numbers to the right. We want to find the IQR. So that means we want to take whatever the quartile 3 is and subtract it by whatever the value of quartile 1. So quartile 1 is right here. So it's between 1 and 1 half and 2 and 1 half. So 1 and 1 half and 2 and 1 half. If we want, we could use a calculator and we could set these as decimals. So instead of saying 1 and 1 half, we could say 1.5 plus, instead of saying 2 and 1 half, we could say 2.5. We add it up, we get 4. We divide 4 by 2, and of course my answer is 2. So first one, quartile 1 is 2. Now right here, let's go to quartile 3. Now quartile 3 is between 4 and 7. So we have 4 and 7 here. So again, we could use our calculator. We could clear it. So we simply say 4 plus 7 is 11. Now you can't say it's 11 because 11 is not between 4 and 7. So you got to divide this by 2. When you divide this by 2, you see you get 5.5. So now what's left to do is just do our subtraction. So we can take 5.5 and subtract it by 2. So when we do so, we get an answer of 3.5. So we should get an answer of 3.5. So let's test it. So 3.5. Next question. The following frequency table shows the number of bags of each exchange students from Bridgewater University packed. So these are the number of bags here, and this is how many times they were packed. So we have 1 of 1, we have 2 twos, so we have 2 twos. Let me write a better 2 here. So we have a 1 followed by 2 twos, we have 1 3, we don't have any 4s, and we have 1 5. So we don't need the 4s. So we have 1 1, 2 2, a 3, and a 5. Want to find the median. Median means exactly in the middle. So what you have to do is you just can't use what you see. You have to put these in order. So we have to go 1 1, 2 2, and a 3. So make sure that you always put these in order. So right here we go 1 1. So we have actually 1 1 here. So this is actually incorrect here. So that shouldn't be 2 1s there. That should have been actually a 5. So we should have had 1 1. We should have had 2 2s. We should have had 1 3 and a 5. So let's start again with our sorting this out. So right here we're going to have a 1, a 2, a 2, a 3, and a 5. So it was already sorted the way it was here. The number exactly in the middle is 2. So 2 should be our answer. So again, remember when you're doing a problem like this with the frequency table, this tells you how many times to write the numbers. So you got 1 1, you have 2 2s, you have 1 3, and you have 1 5. Then you want to make sure that the numbers are always in order from lowest to highest. If it's the median, it's the number exactly in the middle. So we have 2 to the left, we have 2 to the right, so 2 is our answer. Okay, the 5 number summary for the number of teams in each Brad's fantasy football league is shown in the following table. So again, you got to remember the minimum is at 0. The quartile one is at 25. The median is always in the middle, so in the middle would be 50%. Quartile 3, that's always 75%. And the maximum is always 100%. So now you want to know how many 5 number summary suggests that about 50% of Brad's fantasy football leagues have fewer than how many teams. So we have 50%. If we look at the table, we see that 50% responds to, or actually is connected to 10. So let's look for an answer of 10 here.